Welcome back. Thanks for joining. Here we are. Finally, Elmcreek is here. Howdy, North American and Elmcreek. Okay, so update is out. Has been out for a little bit, and I've been scouring the mods. So the changelog 1.001 added the ability to sell static farms, added the sell point fast food restaurant, added all missing collisions, moved the character Walter to a different location, fixed the collection of collectible items, fixed BGA, fixed visual bugs. Cool. Moved Walter. To be honest with you, I don't even remember where he was. So okay, so down we are. So Elm Creek 2.0. Here we are. So like I said, I have scoured the mods. We did have precision farming on in by the end of 22, so that's going to be on. We did find additional. So I'm just going to go through the mods that we were able to find for the same modders. So the additional decorations pack right here, we were able to find that. That's by Piesel. We were able to get the central warehouse pack, which is right here. That is by Kamikater. Yep. Everything's going to be in the description, all spelled out properly. So whoever I butcher, I do apologize. But yeah, so we were able to get this one. Now I'll talk about that in a second. Now the next ones we were able to get. So Elm Creek Placeables pack. You're going to need that for the Elm Creek map as well. We were able to find the concrete wall. No, now we okay. Okay, hold on. Hold on. So, farm entrance. Yep, we were able to get the farm entrance. That's carbon copy by naimogmod. And then we able to get the fenceless pastures as well. That is the by Cookie Modster. So that's pretty cool. Now we also got was it Cookie Monster grains? There it is. Okay, so now government subsidy. We're using that so we can bring in some money to get started right away. And then we were able to get the grain storages pack. That is by Camillo's 0397. And then we able to also get the heavy duty shelf pack. Okay, so heavy duty shelf pack there is a heavy duty shelf pack in 22, but it's by Dear Mindirner. Sorry, I probably butchered that one. And then this one is by Marsher Modding. So we're bringing that one in. Now I'm getting a little ahead of myself here, but okay. So I'm just going down a list here, and my wife is kind enough to make a spreadsheet for me. So I've got everything all organized. Okay, so here moving on, we were able to get the was it Meridian Grain Pack? That is actually a carbon copy, which is fantastic. But that's by Bcbuhler. Bueller. I want to say Bueller. I'm probably pushing that one. I do apologize. Metal Shelf as well by Razak. We were able to get that one as well. And then we were able to get more honey pallet spawner options by Mr. Hector. That's this one right here. Nations flags. Now we did get a nations flags, and we were able to get a nations flags down for the map. But again, it's a different one. So okay, we'll get back to that one in a second. Sorry. Where are we here? Yeah, there we are. So now the natural rivers, waters, and ponds, natural water plants. Those are the same ones. So fantastic there. LMoonlight MA is the one that made that one. So again, thank you all of you to be able to bring it all out and bring it all over. North American Shed Pack, we also got that one as well. Bcbuhler is Serious Mods. That's a dual. So that one, and then package of small items. There it is right there by BarT. So we got that one. And then we've also got placeable construction signs. Now this is a different one. This is Agric Evolution. The one in 22 is by Universe Simu Modding. And then we've got a placeable traffic light. Hold on. Oh, placeable dairy farm pack. Yeah. Right now, that one's the same one. So DMI 20mm Normandy. That's we were able to get that one. The placeable traffic light. It's a different one, but this one is by FA. The one on 22 is by Honor Emra. Again, sorry. Placeable wall lights. Yep, we were able to. That was the same one. Agra Cabra. Cadbra. Yeah, sorry. Agra Cadbra. Got those one as well. Production points pack. This is a requirement for Elm Creek, so you make sure you have that one as well when you're loading into Elm Creek specifically. And then what else we got here? We were able to get the root crop storage. So same one. Now I know they've changed it, but we'll get to that. We're able to get root crop storage there. That is by Dogface for both of them. So Dogface was able to actually bring those over as well, just like the rest of them. And then what else we got? Almost to the end here. We've got the US mailboxes right there. That is by Scooter's Workbench. So same one, that's carbon copy, fantastic. And then we've got the water pack down here. That is, excuse me, there we go. Water pack right there by Omatana. So again, those are the ones that are carbon copies. Then the ones that we're adding to the vehicle pack, I do apologize. Actually, I totally forget. I forgot to write that one down. So we're just going to go vehicle. There it is right there. Boom. So the vehicle pack we're using in this one right here. So this one's by Piesel. So that one's by Piesel as well. And what do you have? So the vehicle placeable vehicle pack is by Alien Jim. That's the one. Oh, there it is. Vehicle pack Piesel. Aha. So I did write it in the list. It was just off in there. Okay. Anyways, so there you go. That's by Piesel right there. And then what we're doing is, like I said, there's a couple ones there where it was the placeable lights there, right here. And then there is a couple other ones where, so Nation's Flag, that is by Hispano, but the one we had International Flag Pack by Blend Art in 22. So we're doing it, that one there. There it is, the Nation's Farm Pack right there. And then the other thing too, so here's the thing, real quick before we get going, because we're going to add this. So because we also have these two logistics center that we're going to be adding right there. So this one right here, the blue one is by FSPT. So that's one there. And then this logistics center right here is by Joga Dim. So again, all the description, all the names are going to be in the description there. So that's that. Hopefully, yeah. So sorry for butchering them, but the reason why we're bringing these two is because the Central Warehouse Pack. So here we go. This is the Central Warehouse Pack. Now this one, now I think that's it. And then we are just adding. Let's just see. Just check my list, and we're perfect. Okay, so we can just go ahead and get rolling. So the way it works is, when the Central Warehouse Pack, and same thing with the Fenceless Pastures, that they redid the mod and brought it into 25, but they did tweak it and or change it. So my hopes for having the carbon copy, let's say, of 22 Elmcreek unfortunately has been dashed. So, but that's okay, because what we're going to do is, unfortunately, we're just going to do what we can and try to get it as close as we can. So here we are, Elmcreek, and we are ready to go there. So you know what, let's just change first off graphic settings. We can bank that up and scale HUD. Let's go back up 100% so everyone can see everything all good like. There we go. Oh, we didn't apply that, did we? Oh, no, we're good. Okay, so here we are, easy mode, right? This is where basically we're doing everything that we did in 22. So we did the easy mode there. And then what we did for settings wise, so settings is right here. So real time, easy, traffic's always on, seasonal growth one day, visual. So I'm just going to scroll down. It's pretty obvious. I don't need to, if you want to pause it and you can check out what we got. Now, granted, we aren't going to be running this, so to speak. I mean, it all depends. Who knows? Maybe at the end. But we're not going to be running this, so to speak. This is just going to be a walkthrough build, sort of, so is the plan. And then what I'm doing is, or the plan is, settings too. General settings, where was it? There it is at the very bottom. Precision farming. I totally forgot that. Help window always active. There you go. That's why it wasn't going all the way down. All right. Okay. So yeah, I didn't have that always on. I like that set aside. But from here, so now we have the farm. Everything's good to go there. Now, granted, because we don't have to worry with the government subsidy. Okay. Yeah, so because we don't have to worry about the government subsidy, what we're going to do is we are just going to sell off all of our equipment. We don't have to worry, so to speak, about the penalty, right, from not doing it. Now, not everything, because we do want to keep the tractor, and we are going to keep the truck. So the International is going to be kept, and for now, let's do the 6R. Yeah, we'll keep the 6R. Well, 36. We can rip around if need be. And then, and we'll just sell that. Okay, so now, basically from here, we're just going to build what we need with what we can. So again, because we don't have all the mods and we don't have exact mods, the plan is what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be working with what we have and trying to figure out what we can do with what we have. And then as we're going to build, then who knows, fingers crossed, maybe more mods will be getting changed over and going to be brought over that we can use up. And that's going to be fantastic. But in the meantime, we're just going to use what we got. Now, prime example is right here. Now from here, because we got, we know we don't really do anything there. There is a little bit of slight changes. He is way back here. Okay. So there are slight changes to fields that we can also muck about with, and there's little things. Now, again, when it comes to the like prime example, when it comes to the mods and the central warehouse pack, is we had our warehouse right here in front of us. So right here, let's get right into it. So had our warehouse right here, and we got rid of that building, and we had that building. Now we did have the tailor shop that was right about here, but the tailor shop didn't go in until our house went in back here. And our house was actually up there the whole time until we made the move. So what I'd like to do is I think we're going to stay in this house until we get there. And then my plan is just to try to keep it easy for basically easy for everything and for everyone. Is I'd like to kind of do an episode per area, episode per field, so to speak, right? So today I think what we can do is we're going to try to do the logistics center right here. So so right off the bat, let's just get rid of this. We'll sell that. Yep. We're gonna sell that. Yep. Because at the beginning, I did have my one horse pasture right here before we moved him back there and was able to get him a friend. And then we did have that right there gone. Okay, so now let's just fill that in real quick. Let's grab our level right here. Open up. Grab our known good level. There we go. So we're already sitting at $500,000. So I mean, we are definitely going to be popping up some more. But I just want to do a quick little, because I mean, we'll see how much the money is. But there we go. So that's good there. Okay. Okay. And then we still have the little construction thing there too. It looks like we might be able to do something. I don't know. I have to look at the decorations because there are a couple of the decorations packs that are not on the list. So I don't know if we have our culvert pipe in the one that we do have, but we will see. Okay, so for what do we want? We want silos. There we go. So here's the thing. So when it comes to the central warehouse pack, like I said, they're different. They've made changes, and the changes that they've made, and totally passed me, didn't know, right there. So the buildings. So what we had the M2, which was the million. And it was $250,000, but the building was not this. It's definitely different. So it's not bad. Definitely not bad. Now there are some, okay, we also got some stuff over there. So I'm guessing that's where pallets come out. That's where pallets go in, and that's where the trailer goes in, I do believe. So to be able to see this, we do have, I'm guessing, let's just go to our paint here real quick. Is that concrete? Kind of looks, asphalt? Nope. Concrete? Yep. Okay, so we're going to keep it with concrete. We're going to leave the road because what I like to do, that's kind of what was my baseline. So what I did was I left the road and I just basically outlined by the road, nice and easy peasies. Because what we want to do is we want to put our building in first, and then we want to work our way out, right? So we're going to get that in, and then we can go a little bit bigger. Now we've already got our outline there, so we can go ahead and put that in. There we go. And then we can fill this in. Now, again, this is going to be a little bit different just because we don't have our round, but we can make do. Not a happy boy, but we can definitely make do. So we're going to color that in. Perfect. So that's right there. So now what we're going to do from here, we just want to go back and check because we have options, right? So, not factories. We want to go back to our silos. So the central warehouse pack that we actually used in 22 was this one right here. Now, the other one, we did add them, so I sure hope we added them. Unless silo extensions, maybe. Nope. Collectibles, containers. Nope. Tools. Oh, there they are, right there. Tools. Okay. So logistics center. So 16 slots, 2 slots. I forgot to check the other ones, but we've got no storage capacity. So I will have to double check that. So hopefully something pops up on the screen. There she is. So the gray and the blue. But oh boy. Okay. I mean, doable, but tight, very tight. So, and then there's okay, still pretty big, but again, yeah. See, okay, so then we want to go back to silos. Here we go. So this one right here. Yeah, see this, and then what was in the back here? So we got no doors in the back because, yeah, we did do the decorations in the back because there was the rear exit doors. And then we do have the pallets that I'm sure the pallets go there, door there. Oh boy. Okay, so from here, we can what I'll do is we'll go free mode on right now. And then we're going to turn snapping on because just in case we want to be able to hook up to it. Now back we can have it. Oh, see, this is different. But this is actually, you know what? But for a farm warehouse, I guess. Yeah. My brain's going now. Okay, so we want to keep a little bit aside. We add a little bit there. We're going to keep it a little bit to the edge. Enough room for some trucks to spin. I think we want to pull it back just a smidge. Free mode on. And let's, they disappear. Disappear depending on the angle of the camera. Okay, so we're going to keep the angle a little bit this way so we can see the little posts on the left-hand side. All right, let's do this. So right about there. And just in case there's pallets, pop up. Boom. Right there. All right. Interesting. So now, there we go. And then that goes in there. All right. So not bad. We're a little tight. We're a little bit over because last time we had a straight shot straight through, but that's okay. I'm interested to know how these pallets. Okay, you know what? One moment. Let me go get a trailer of pallets. Unos momentos. All right. So grab yourself a couple pallets, just for testing purposes, and having slight flashbacks here now and cruising the road here, heading back to our future farm. All right, so we are just gonna basically what I did now. For some reason, when you slap them down, it doesn't show the whole list. But I grabbed every single pallet that was in the store. However, there was the empty wooden box pallet. We didn't grab that one. I bought it, but then I realized we didn't grab it. But what we're going to do is we're just going to test out how this works. Now, before we do that, though, we're going to save the game. So let's save it up right now. Our first save. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to try. So the reason why we save is that and also note of point there or whatever you can say here. Make sure you have your auto save off. So auto save interval off because excuse me, you don't want to be making a mistake and then it's saving on you and it's happened. So we've saved the game now, and like I've said, what I've done is I've picked up every single pallet option that we could get, as well as I did pick up the liquid tote and then just different pallet types. Is kind of what I tried to go for. And then because we saved, so now what we can do is we can drop this off and then bring this stuff out and see what happens, because I have a sneaking suspicion. So from here, let's see what it takes over. Oh, you know what? Let's see if it works in 25 where it holds it. Okay, so it does hold it. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna pop. Oh, Okay. Well, it took one pallet. Is there do we have our info? We should have our info box on, right? Yep, everything's on. Field info. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, so then let's just check this out here real quick. So rice saplings. Ah, yes, 24. 24 rice saplings. Okay. And interesting. Now, what we want to do is go to, I'm guessing here. Available. And we want owned. No. Am I missing something here? Yeah, this is learning process for everything. So yeah, it's like, okay, so that tells us but nothing's popping up in the controls. Unless it's because we don't have enough in there. Ugh. Is that, oh, you know what? And we need a trailer and we're already down to 100 keys. So let's just get this done real quick here. One moment. We are just going to run back and we're going to slap down some government subsidy. Maybe, what do we think? 2? Let's do 2. And sheds, tools. I think it was tools, was it? No, generators. I'm sure. Yeah, there it is. So generators, right? Oh. There we go. And we want customize for a month. Oh, 4 million. I mean, that would probably, yeah, you know what? Let's do it. 4 million, 1 month. Boom. There we go. So it's 8:30. Let's go to 8 o'clock. Okay. Because basically what we need to do is we need to figure out how the system works. Plus, also we need the trailer to bring stuff out too. So I wonder. So the 4 million will be able to get our transport truck and the trailer that we need because the central warehouse back does require its own trailer. So yeah, you go 30. Yeah, 4. Perfect. Okay, works good for me. Let's do this. So we want a transport truck. And let's go for the electric quick because that's super quick. Why not? Let's do that. Boom, boom. All right. Now let's do. Oh no. I think it is. No, it would be if anywhere in semi. Yep, there it is. Okay. So central warehouse pack right here. Do this back. The door cover must be open. Yep, just like the first one. Crone, giant, standard, complete. Ooh. Skeleton. Interesting. Are they all like that at the top? Oh yeah, they all do. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on. Completely open. Let's do it. All right. Here we are. Okay. Sec there, but with a hum. Weird. Neat, but weird. Okay. So here we go. Hook that up. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay, cool. I mean, lots of room too, because that's the other thing too is the curtains, right? Oh, excuse me, my apologies. But yeah, the curtains and what have you. I wonder if so toggle. You know what? Detach. So completely open. Right. So it actually does register as completely open. So I'm guessing we should be able to just back this right up to the door. Plus, also actually having the truck transport, we'll need that for testing the room. Came in here, sponge around, and then yeah, just like the last one too, there was only one door. There was only one door that it worked on. There we go. Start filling. Okay. Interesting. Holy jumping rice box. Yeah. So okay. So the product. So now we don't have a warehouse on the map like we do. Oh, there it is. Rice saplings. Start. There we go. We got a box. So now can we unload? No, can't unload. Nope. That's just like it was. Now I still don't understand what this is for. Okay, well, we're gonna have to make it work. I have to figure out what that's for, but now the great thing is because of the slight change to and the way that the map is right here, the way you made it, which is fantastic, is it's already leveled. In the original 22, there is a little bit of leveling to do, but I mean this little transition right here is really nice. I like that, and even coming around here, oh, we got options back here now to do things. I still don't know what these are for. Okay, let's just check something here. Real quick, we want silos. And back to the big one. Yep. Back to the big one there. So now, yeah, see, there is, yeah, see, there is highlighting on the left. There's got to be a way to, okay, hold on. Now, do we have straps with this? No, we don't. So what I'm thinking here is because if we have rice saplings to put in, okay, so rice saplings it takes, that is something that we do. So I'm going to let's grab a couple a whole bunch of pallets. What's it, 24 rice saplings for the, easy. Yeah. Okay. So 24, it is 24. All right. So we should, so that means, oh, but it does the one thing. Oh, maybe it's doing that one thing. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I remember, yeah, I've been running into that where it like takes or gives a leader something. So let's just do, hey, you know what? Let's grab 4. Sure, why not? Okay, let's grab 4. We'll just slap those in real quick. Oh, sweet. And even bunch them. All right, so now we can slap these on super quick, and then we'll just take a nice easy drive. Somewhat. Whoa, easy. Good start. All right, so pop these on. Now, yeah, there's no straps, and again, I don't remember. I don't remember there being. Oh, easy. Oh yeah, I just smashed all the pallets everywhere. Yeah, there's no straps on that. I don't remember there being pallets or straps on the. Oh. Ooh. Bunk. Interesting. Okay. Yet again. One moment. And we're back. Okay. So this is the tester. Oh, what was that? Oh. Oh. Ooh. I'm seeing basement. Oh. Interesting. Okay. Oh, excuse me. All right. Well, I was too busy rambling to notice that. So 1 second here, because that is definitely going to change things. So I'm sure they know, and there's going to be an update. And I'm kind of wondering, that almost looks like, oh, okay, they're solid. Yep. That almost looks like it could be a new save update. Maybe. Oh, yes. Over here, let's actually get rid of that. Yep. Okay. Done there. So now, hmm. Okay, it's not the end of the world. That's okay, because technically this is actually probably one of the easier areas to do. So we can actually keep going and we can still figure this out, because that, you know what, while we're here, let's just see if it'll let us do anything. And sculpting, leveling, square, yep. And nope, no 3 bubbles, not at all. Okay, so that's okay. That's okay. We can move on from here, because there is, like, yeah. Oof, I didn't notice that. But yeah, there's gonna be that little bump, and yeah, beginning. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. It goes right up into. Okay, so that's okay. like I said, now the great thing is too, actually in our 22 setup, we never actually touched this farm or this barn. So we're good there. Now we left that tree up and there was a bigger tree that was actually up in this corner. So we did take that down, but it's not there. And then when it comes to this warehouse, because I think this is what we're going to be using, I think this is going to be the best way to do it. And then again, with this truck, I mean, we can definitely grab a long nose at some point. I'll probably grab a long nose, but at this point, or excuse me, at this point, we could move it back, but this is not too bad for spin sugars and around. I mean, even if you have a long nose, yeah, this can be a little tight, but I think it'll be doable because we don't want to move it too far in the back as well. Because now, as much as we're not going to be having, because there's no doors or anything into the storage, so there's really no point in having it with that setup, but we could still make the decoration. We could still put the fence up. We could still make it a little shed because we also had the gate. So we can put the gate up there as well. So from here, what we're going to be doing now, again, it's all kind of how you feel, right? So now we do have the, we do have the road that goes in between, and then there's no bridge there. Okay, so we can put the bridge down there eventually. That's no problem. And then have this set up. Now, again, the way I work it, it's just almost how you kind of go for it. So from here, when it comes, once we have the building down, now this is, I will say, I'm super impressed on how quick and easy this was, especially free mode. Now we do have him in there. Can we get something out now? Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to double check here on the. Yeah, I'm gonna have to double check here on how to get. Oh, what are those for? Unless that's for. Oof. Yeah, we're gonna have to double check here. But moving on, because from here we can still do the same processes and procedures. So from here we go down to our landscaping and we get into our painting. So when it comes to the blend, like right now we have I should say concrete. Yes, yeah, so the concrete goes there, and then up here, this is all the gravel, but there is the concrete there. So what in 22, if I remember correctly, which I will just double check here, but yeah, this is all pretty much concrete. We just brought all of this in, and I just kind of try to do it, not necessarily in a straight line. I mean, we are going to be filling all of this in fully. Now just because it is the concrete area and this is going to be the where our main logistics, you could say. Now we don't have the one shed just yet that is in the back corner here. However, I did hear that the straw harvest is coming out. That Creative Mesh is actually working on it to bring it into 25. So super excited about that. So we are going to be bringing that in when it does come in, and that means that we should be able to we should be able to put in that little tiny pellet shed that we had in the corner there. So something similar, right? Again, I don't know if it's going to be giving us the right mods, or I shouldn't say not giving us, but I don't know if all of them are going to be coming out. I mean, I'm sure not all of them are going to be coming out, but I also don't know if, I'm not too sure if a lot more, right? So we might be stuck with what we have, but as they come out, we might be getting more from there. So who knows? Who knows? Now we did do a little bit of leveling in the back there, so I did see that how it is kind of like bumped up a little bit. It looks like you can kind of see how the landscaping queue kind of bumps over and moves a bit. So we are just going to grab our soften and just going to wrong way. There we go. Grab our soften and soften that out a bit right there if we can. Go. That's much more gooder. Now we are close to those trees, so there's not much that we can do there. All right, you actually put the path in the backside there. Awesome, awesome. So now from here to now, when it comes to the decorating and it comes to the actual little bits, what I like to do is I like to just have it where it's just trying to kind of keep an idea of where things would build up. Now it's a little different just because we are working the concrete out here. Now in 22, I had gravel, so that's where I did kind of do a lot. I did do a lot of blending. However, here not so much. Now, it looks like. Oh no, yep, you can see. Okay, the ground did go down a little bit, but you do have a step there, and that's actually not that bad. So we can put a little bit of dirt there. Oh, you know what? We can even make a little bit of grass build up. Grass we can do. maybe do smaller and kind of get it in close in the corners. Kind of, you know, just almost like something that might build up over time. And now, again, we're not going to be going too ham back here just because I also know just how things are where I mean, you could spend hours doing this. We could spend hours and hours and hours doing this, and just little touches, right? Little touches. So it's like maybe some grass is built up around the backside here. You know, we can maybe even say some, oh, or back out there. Oh, no, a little bit further. There we go. And a little bit of dirt, and we can say some little bit of dirt's popped up right under there. We don't have too much. You know, a little bit of dirt kind of under there. Right? And now, yeah, see, just a little bit of grass, a little bit of dirt, build up a little bit, not too much. And then what I'll do, see the backside, we could do a little bit more grass, just kind of broken through the concrete, you know, so to speak, or asphalt, right? You can build up in the corners there. Maybe, you know, around the corner there. That's kind of nice. Then from here, what we'll do is we'll grab our grass because I want the super short one. We want super short. And then we just want to put little tiny tufts. Just a little tuft there. And what I'm thinking, and what kind of, especially here with the asphalt, almost put a little bit some tufts and then maybe some even breaking into the asphalt. Right? So we can kind of have it work out a little bit, just like that. There we go. So then just kind of work that along there. There. Oh, okay. Yeah, a little bit of grass. And then, again, like I said, start with the short and just kind of see what kind of works out and kind of what it pops out. And then we can kind of even have like some grass built up around the edges of there, some there, kind of going in, right? So we kind of have some going in and around. We're putting some down there. We can even have some creeping out into the dirt a bit, maybe. Oh, I did that square thing. Ah. Okay, so we can come back with some paint. That's okay. A little bit of, that's too much. Okay, so now we need paint. Okay, so back out. There we go. So grab our dirt. We just want to get a little bit there. Whoa, okay, that's okay. Relax. And, oh, that's right. We needed asphalt. This is where it gets somewhat in. Yeah, there, back and forth. But that's okay. And what? Oh, no. Oh, gee. There we go. Concrete. There we go. So yeah, ease up a bit. So we'll get a little bit. You know what? That's okay. Actually, yeah, that's okay. I like that one. And then we're gonna bring this back. Oh yeah. Bring that back a bit. Sure. Little dirt pile. Sure. I like it. And then this stuff we can actually leave there, and we not necessarily put any dirt or what have you, excuse me, in there. And we're just gonna grab some more small grass, and then we can just put kind of little tufts here and there, kind of work our way out. And then what it'll do is maybe even a tuft there, because this has been sitting too long. And then I know the little hole there, so that could build up where the thing's gone into. Now what we can do too, now the grass does go out quite a bit. So what I'll try is I'll try to do all of them because they all technically would eventually, build something up, so to speak. Yeah, maybe not all. That one, yeah, maybe. Because then then what I'll do is I'll come back and we'll ease up with the paint. So right there and there. We can even have a couple that work its way right in. And then at that point, we should just be putting some grass maybe in the corner. There we go. Right there. Just a little bit of grass. Ooh, nice. Actually, the meadow stayed too. Awesome. Okay, so back to the short stuff and just a little tuft. Maybe the outer one we can clean up because see when it does the little tiny bits like that, that's the nice part. So when it does the huge bits, that's when you gotta go back with the paint. There and there, and then we can even put a little tuft in there. A little tuft working out on the dirt. So now we go back with our, where is it here? There we go, concrete. And I just want to go super easy. Oh, there we go. Start out and then work my way in. See if I can. I think it'll be a double block. Ah, yeah, it's not going to let me. Okay. So this is where we just try to decide. So, because these ones are way out. So, what? Yeah, that's going to take that away. That's going to take that away. Ah, yeah. Oh, I want my circle back. Oh, that's not so bad. That's kind of building up a little bit. You know, yeah, that one's actually not too bad. This one's too much. This one's too much. So we're gonna bring that back. Can we still? Yeah, you can still see it. Yeah, we can. I think we can do that one. That one. Yep. Do that one. Build up, and then these ones. These are the ones we have to totally have to claw back. Oh yeah. See, yeah, it's almost like depending on if. Oh yeah, if it just gets back in the. Oh, we could no, because that's gonna go back away. Oh. We can leave that little tooth. Yeah, little tooth right there. Little tooth right there. Okay, there we go. There we go. Also, too, right? We have a couple that actually look a little overrun if we really wanted to, just because technically we're not using all of the doors, right? We can put a couple build or vehicles in there for decoration, but so there we go. So that just that little bit right there. There we go. Looks like building's a little bit more not lived in, so to speak, but used sort of thing. Now we can also go so far as to put some around there. I think we're going to hold off for that right now, just because we are getting there. But here is the main thing. So again, a good chunk of this was brought up with the initial setup as well too. But we are getting there. So my plan is maybe what we'll do is the next episode we're going to do a finish and finalization of the backyard here and just kind of put the fence up, put all the decorations in, show how we do that and age that in as well. And then after that, we will basically move our way down because what the next episode we'll be able to put that in. We'll be able to finish this setup. And I don't know. I'm gonna pop in and you know what? Let's do a couple screenshots right here like that. But yeah, I'm going to pop in and see if there has been any updates more so or of what's going on. Because again, I don't want to get too far if it is going to be a new save. But if it is a new save, this is easy peasy to install and then we can move on. So again, thank you all so much for watching me. Thank you all so much for joining and thank you all so much for being here. I'm super excited to finally get this going. So we'll see what happens. It's not going to be the end of the world if we have to live with that. But that's okay. We will get there. Okay. Thank you all so much again, and we will see you very soon.